If you eat big, you'll be big. If you eat small, you'll be small.
Drinking tea instead of a snack because I'm not a dog.
We do not eat for enjoyment, we eat to fuel our bodies.
These are the type of tough love messages content creators are spouting on social media platform TikTok under the hashtag SkinnyTok.
It's a lot of young people, mostly women, sharing content about skinniness as an ideal body type and different methods for achieving a very thin physique.
It's clear that it's promoting really restrictive eating and dangerous behaviours that can actually encourage disordered eating.
Experts are especially worried about teenagers whose brains are still developing.
We know that if young people are being introduced to dieting, restrictive eating and really extreme weight loss measures, they're increasing their risk of developing something more serious.
I get TikTok videos all the time, actually. The algorithm's really quick on TikTok. So, I'll literally like one video and it'll start coming up more and more.
It targets you. It tells you what to download, it tells you what to eat, what to do in a day, and that can really have an impact on people's mental health.
This so-called algorithm effect taps into the emotional vulnerability of young people.
It makes assumptions about who you are and what you'd like to see and what's likely to engage you for the longest on the platform, and then it keeps sending you that content so you can be exposed to this content without actually seeking it out.
Which is what I've just discovered. I decided to make a TikTok for 14-year-old Georgie on the hunt for healthy snacks. It's only been about 15 minutes into my search and SkinnyTok has already appeared in my feed. And the videos are really confronting.
Bitches get bored and love picking up the fork. How about you pick up your feet instead when you're bored?
You eat one meal a day and your back is as big as a linebacker. I think that's gluttony.
If you're on the fence about getting skinny or just pulling the plug, girl, just do it.
TikTok says that it won't include harmful weight loss or dieting videos in its For You feed. And it also says that it won't deliver it to people under 18 altogether. But as we can see, this type of content is available to people.
I usually watch that kind of content, which probably isn't great.
It does glorify kind of eating disorders specifically. They tend to do montages and stuff, photos of people who are in recovery, or the ideal beauty standard is very much pushed.
Those ideals and those messages that are pushed on social media can push someone really down a dark rabbit hole.
Chelsea Blissett was 17 when she was diagnosed with bulimia and anorexia.
I was over-exercising, under-eating. I had gotten to a pretty dark space mentally.
She was living away from home at the time, chasing her dream of becoming a professional footballer.
I started to develop quite bad anxiety. I felt really like a loss of control. And for me, that manifested in an eating disorder. I eventually got caught throwing up in a friend's toilet.
With the support of her parents, Chelsea worked with psychiatrists and dietitians to improve her mental health and relationship with food. She's now several years into her recovery and living out her dream in the Women's A-League.
It's really nice, I think, now to look back and see how far I've come, but every day for me is not perfect. I still struggle, I still cry here, I still struggle with food there.
So whose responsibility is it to stop harmful trends from thriving on socials?
We need the platform to take a more active approach to restricting that type of content.
Parents and teachers and other adults around young people also play a role in keeping children and young people safe online, but also people who are creating content. So influencers, content creators, businesses, advertising, all really need to make sure that they're creating content that does no harm.
Also teaching younger kids how to create their own feed to actually support them through being on social media instead of constantly telling them that they shouldn't be on it.
Trying to find content that aligns with your values and allows you to be your most authentic self.
Unfortunately, social media, even though it's portrayed to be real life, it isn't real life, and those standards don't live outside that screen. The standard that everyone sets for you doesn't need to be the standard that you follow.
I'm not a mother, but I do have a lot of young people in my life, and this might feel earnest and annoying to some, but you are so much more valuable than your weight. Put your phone down and go and enjoy your life, and if you need help, please go and seek it. You are so loved.
Hear, hear, Susan. And this is for you if you do need help or support at any time for an eating disorder or body image concern. You can always contact the Butterfly Foundation's helpline on 1800 33 4673 or visit the website butterfly.org.au.